அவர்களுக்குரிய மரியாதை செலுத்தி மண் விடுதலை போராட்டத்திலே உயிர் நீத்த பல்லாயிரக்கணக்கான மாவீரரையும் அந்த காலகட்டத்திலே உயிர் நீத்த பொதுமக்களையும் எமது போராட்டத்துக்கு வலி சேர்த்து தமிழ்நாட்டிலே தங்கள் உயிரை தியாகம் செய்த தியாகிகளையும் அந்த காலகட்டத்திலே எமது விடுதலைக்கு மிகவும் உதவி செய்த மாமனிதர்கள் நாட்டுப்பட்டார்கள் போன்றவர்களை நினைவு கூர்ந்து என் பேச்சை ஆரம்பிக்கின்றேன். இந்த நிகழ்வுக்கு பிரதம விருந்தராக வந்திருக்கும் திருமதி மஹிந்தன் அவர்களை நான் அவர் தாயாரையும் இந்த விழாவிற்கு வரவேற்கின்றேன். இவர் என்று நாம் இந்த முயற்சியை தொடங்கினோமோ அன்று தொட்டு நமக்கு பேராதரவை வழங்கி வந்திருக்கின்றார். அதே போன்று இந்த வளாகத்திலே கூடியிருக்கும் எக்ஸலன்ட் ஜெர்னலிஸ்டின் உரிமையாளர் சவுந்தா குடும்பத்தினர், பிரமிட் வீடியோவின் உரிமையாளர் திரு லிங்கம் அவர்கள், டாக்டர் திருமதி பரம்சோதி அவர்கள், கானடாவை சேர்ந்த டாக்டர் மிஸ்ஸஸ் சோமசுந்தர் அவர்கள், டாக்டர் மிஸ்ஸஸ் திமேஷன் ஜீவசிங்க, டாக்டர் மாலதி சிவகுமார், மிஸ்டர் சிவகுமார், மிருனா டேக்அவே, இந்தோலங்கா ஃபுட்பால் என்று பலர் நமக்கு மிகவும் உதவியை நேசக்கரத்தையும் இதுவரை காலமும் நீட்டி வந்திருக்கிறார்கள். பல்லாயிரக்கணக்கான டாலர்கள் பெறுமதியான உதவிகளை செய்திருக்கிறார்கள். இவர்கள் அனைவருக்கும் ஆஸ்திரேலியன் மெடிக்கல் சார்பிலே முதல் நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் நாம் எப்பொழுதெல்லாம் உதவி கேட்கும் பொழுது எமக்கு தங்கள் விளம்பரங்களை தந்துதவி, அதே நேரத்தில் ஸ்பான்சர்ஷிப்பை தந்து டொனேஷன் டிக்கெட்ஸ் போன்றவற்றை பெற்று இங்கு கூடி எங்களுக்கு உதவி செய்து வரும் உங்கள் அனைவருக்கும் இந்த விழாவிற்கு வருமாறு வந்திருக்கிற உங்கள் அனைவரையும் வரவேற்கின்றேன். இது எமது 18வது வருடாந்த கலை நிகழ்வு. இந்த வருடம் முடியும் பொழுது நாம் 6.5 மில்லியன் ஆஸ்திரேலியன் டாலர்ஸை சேகரித்து எமது மக்களுக்கு செலவழித்திருக்கின்றோம். இது உங்கள் காசு. நான் இதைத் தொடர்ந்து எனது பேச்சை ஆங்கிலத்தில் நிகழ்த்த உங்கள் அனுமதி கேட்டு ஆங்கிலத்தில் தொடர்கின்றேன். This is the 18th cultural event Muththamil Maalai the AMAF is holding to raise funds for our medical charity, as well as to make it an information session to share with you what we have done the previous year and what our plans are for the next year. I wish to remind you with pride that we are members of the ACFID, the Australian Council for International Development. We are one of the smallest organizations sitting in the same table like Red Cross, World Food Program, etc. Last year, as you all know, we've also granted the DGR status, that is deductible gift recipient status, and your donation to us will be tax exempted. Though many things that I am going to tell you today will be shown in the video, I still thought it is important for me to document the main things that we've done last year and what our main plans for the next year is. Last year, we gave 2 transport ventilators to Klinichi District Hospital and Bavaniya District Base Hospital. With the road A9 being made as very easy to travel road, there were many accidents. People who are admitted with head injuries and spinal injuries to these 2 institutions if they are to be transferred to a bigger hospital like the Jaffna Hospital or Anuradhapura or Colombo Hospital, there was no facility for ventilation and they had to be ambu bag, that a person has to hold a bag and press it all the way several times a minute so that the person is alive. These two transport ventilators which were given have saved lives. I saw them with my own eyes during my recent visit to northern Sri Lanka. We also donated obstetric equipment to monitor fetal heart, as well as vacuum extractors and an obstetric bed to Telipala-based hospital to make the functioning or lift the functioning of the obstetric department. We also gave 2 new ultrasound equipment to Jaffna and Telipala hospitals, which again would enhance their patient care. We have transported more than 500 beds, and which are electric beds and semi-automatic beds, which are new or nearly new to Jaffna, northern province. This was made possible by donation in kind, a branch of Rotary, and I record my thanks to Rotary and to Mr. Haran Ramachandran, who has been a link between us and the Rotary. We also donated a digital dental equipment to Pudukkuri Hospital, which again would assist in our school dental work. Finally, an important function we did was to bear the cost of print for an important handbook, psychosocial handbook, which will be a guide to the teachers and counselors who are looking after the school psychosocial project via Mahilahans. These were the new initiatives. Apart from that, we have many ongoing initiatives. For example, we continue to give bursaries to medical students. There are 21 in now. 23 have passed and joined the workforce. We continue to do the drug, alcohol, HIV and AIDS awareness and prevention program and education program with help from Rotary and Lions Club in Colombo. Our school dental program continues and continues to gain strength. We are also running a program where Australian doctors visit Northeast Sri Lanka and train doctors and anesthesia staff the ways and means of reducing perinatal morbidity and mortality. Perinatal morbidity and mortality, that is the death in newborn infants, and the death of mothers is pretty high there because of lack of facilities and know-how. So this group of doctors go and teach and train them. We help them by purchasing a mannequin that is a sort of a plastic model of a lady with a fetus and a way of resuscitating. I should also at this point tell you that all the travel and our residential expenses when we are about is borne by the person who travels. Not a single cent of what you give us is used for any travel or for purpose of arrangement for their stay in the train or place. We are also continuing with the Tenna Maravadi project, a project in Trincomalee where we are subsidizing salary for a doctor to visit once a week and conduct antenatal clinic, a pediatric clinic, and look after children and their nutrition. And we also have a hospital assistant employed on a daily basis assisting people. We are running an outreach hospital with joining hands with the SAI organization in Battikalo. In Patalipuram, when our president visited there, found that the hospital was not functioning properly, and he made arrangements for purchase of necessary equipment. He also was very persuasive and firm with the director of the local area, so that now a doctor has been appointed there permanently to help those people. Last year we told you that we are about to donate 20,000 for purchase of a land for building the first children's hospital in Northern Province. We did keep the word. We paid just over 20,000 Australian dollars for the purchase of this land in Univille, which is part of Univille Hospital, and the drawings are being drawn at the moment for the building of the hospital, and a Scandinavian country is going to finance this. We also paid a seed capital of $20,000 to build an A&E department, ICU and a theatre in particular hospital. This plan was thought of soon after tsunami, and we are happy to report that this has come to fruition and this was commissioned this year. Now, coming to what are we planning to do for this year, 2019. There are several requests from various hospitals and various organizations. What we do is we study, evaluate, find out the cost-benefit ratio, and then plan and implement. Last year we did say that we were going to do 3 major projects in Vavuniya Hospital, but this was not possible because within a year 3 directors were changed. And this year we are fairly confident that these projects will go on. You'll see a clip of that. Behind the beautiful front building in Vavuniya Hospital, if you go behind, you'll see a mortuary which is stinking. There are 6 cooler boxes, none of them are functioning, and you couldn't stand within a mile of that place. So we are proposing to buy them body coolers. If you go into the drug store, again you'll see in the video that I'm about to show, all the drugs are kept on the floor, there is no shelving and there is no air conditioning. A doctor friend of mine told me that her daughter's sister was being treated for underactive thyroid and she was not improving, and now she knows why she is not improving, because the drug was not kept in the fridge as it should. So we are planning to air condition the drugstore, give them refrigerators, as well as arrange for shelving so that the drugs are kept properly. The third shocking thing when I visited the hospital was the physiotherapy department. Vavuniya Hospital is a place where there are a lot of people without legs, without hands, war-injured individuals, where physiotherapy department is very essential. It's in a very elementary state, in a very small, narrow area. We've again undertaken to shift this area into a newer building within the hospital and buy them state-of-the-art physiotherapy department. We want to further build on the dental program, and I should at this time sort of mention that there are 2 energetic young dental surgeons. One is Dr. Ravi from Sydney and the other one is Dr. Ramesh Sivapalan, who is also from Sydney, have undertaken to handle this project. They have made on their own expense several visits to Sri Lanka, and this project is going on well. We are planning to present them with a state-of-the-art mobile dental van and a portable dental unit. This will further enhance our program. The dream Ravi and Ramesh has is to establish, like the first dental unit we had in the school in Udayarpettu, have a dental unit set up in Klinochi, so that they could go not only work there, but use that as a model place where dental surgeon in North and East can come and attack themselves and upskill them. What a wonderful idea. We hope that will come to fruition as well. Thirdly, there was a request from Mannar Hospital for an anesthetics machine, which we hope to fulfill this year. As I speak to you, we are about to make payment for an incinerator at Kokatichola Hospital. Most of you might not understand what I mean. You know, there are a lot of soil material in the hospital which have got to be disposed the right way. What is happening in this particular hospital and many hospitals in Sri Lanka is these things are buried underground. So when it rains, the infected material gets carried into the wells and in the water table. So by presenting an incinerator, they will be able to burn off all these as they do in most of the Western hospitals. In addition to that, we will establish 15 new Mahalagam in schools, in addition to the 15 we already have. We also hope to do a digital X-ray upgrade at Muththamil Hospital. We will also continue to do all our programs which is on a regular basis, such as educating the medical students who are unable to pursue their studies. We'll continue to look after all those sort of Tennamaradi project and also the outreach work in Batikulo Hospital. So I will also be failing in my duty if I don't mention about our junior branch, which has been active for the past couple of years. They do projects in order to help our local population here, and they held a diabetic workshop at Strathfield Town Hall recently, which was well attended. Now, what I want to sort of tell you, as I do how you could help us to continue our work. The fact that you have attended in this number is going to be an oxygen for us to carry out the work for next 1 year. You coming here has enthused us. Further, as you know, we have 2 fundraising events. One is Radiothon on Good Friday, where we, over the sound waves, ask you to donate so that we could carry out our projects. Please do. We also run a letter campaign at that time. Please remember us at that time. We also will continue to hold Muththamil Maalai at the end of the year. Here again, you can help us. In addition, how this year our income has gone up is by people helping us when they have a happy event or remembrance in their family. Recently, a doctor and his wife, let me not mention the name because I have no permission to do that, when their daughter is getting married, made a donation of $5,000 to us. Similarly, on birthdays, when you have Atma Shanti Pujas, when you have anniversaries, please remember the disadvantaged in Sri Lanka and how they could be helped. You could do that by making a donation to us. I also would like any one of you who are willing to come and join us. This is not a doctor's organization or engineers or professional organization. Each of you could come and join us, and we would welcome you, and you certainly can play a positive role along with us. I was lucky enough to visit Sri Lanka after more than a decade, and I could tell you when I visited various parts in northern Sri Lanka, I was able to see the impact that we've done. Our President, Dr. K. made 3 visits this year. So we are keeping a close eye on every cent that we spent, and we can assure you that it is making a difference and impact on the people's life. Let me also take this opportunity to thank each and every member of the New South Wales AMAF members. We as a family work well and work together, and it is the combined work of each one of us you could see as the success story of today. Thank you.